Welcome back, everybody. We're back together here with another video. We're going to be talking about Gina Carano, who was actually fired by Lucasfilm. A couple of years ago, she was in The Mandalorian Season 1, Season 2. She was great on the show. But Kathleen Kennedy and her minions over there at Lucasfilm decided to fire her. They fired a woman. A woman. A free-thinking woman. They didn't like her political opinions, so they let her go because she was not a leftist. Well, South Park. Man, South Park has been around for like 25 years, I guess. I remember back in the late 90s, I used to watch some of it. Really, really funny show. They make fun of everybody and everything. And they had an episode called The Pandaverse where they blame Kathleen Kennedy not only for the destruction of Star Wars, but for Disney as a whole. They had this one scene where they had Kathleen Kennedy, you know, going into meetings and basically pushing all this wokeness. And she was just saying, put a woman in, make her gay. Put a woman in, make her gay. That's what she was doing. But they roasted her for destroying Disney as a whole. And after that, Gina Carano put this post out on X. And it's kind of lengthy here. I'll read some of it here. She says, this is the part where Kathleen Kennedy demands any YouTubers get censored off of YouTube for sharing and laughing at this hilarious episode. She'll have YouTube disable the thumbs down option because of the ratio she'll receive. Then she'll have her publicist ghouls make sure Variety and Hollywood Reporter run hit pieces about South Park creators and their families, smearing their names through every useful idiot she has under her thumb who would sell their soul to work for Lucasfilm. She'll activate her online mob to repeat that these South Park creators are racist, bigots, transphobes, and demand the South Park creators publicly apologize by only using words she approves of. And finally, she'll demand they subject themselves to a re-education course of 45 people in the alphabet community, a Zoom call to sit there and listen of how badly they got their feelings hurt all over a little boob of a South Park episode. But maybe, just maybe, the jig is up.
Sounds like going to concentration camp.
Well, yeah, because when they fired her, before they fired her, they wanted her to get on like this Zoom call with like 80 different like activists, you know, just crushing her and everything. And she didn't want to do that, and they fired her. But we got this SHILL, this Star Wars SHILL here, reacted to this post and says, in case you're wondering, Gina Carano has lost her goddamn mind. This person, I believe it's the guy that actually runs this. It's like a Star Wars SHILL account. Did not like Gina Carano coming out there and crushing Kathleen Kennedy. But she did. And she was absolutely right. She was definitely wrong for being fired. And by the way, Mandalorian Season 3 completely sucked without Gina Carano. Mm-hmm. Now Gina Carano is fighting back against this Star Wars SHILL, and she crushes Kathleen Kennedy again. This post is pretty long right here. So let's go ahead and react to this. Of course, Gina Carano has done a movie with Daily Wire, Terror on the Prairie. That was a pretty good movie. It's a Western. I liked it. Did you like it? Remember it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was good. Not the best movie ever or anything like that, but it was a decent movie. Good movie.
Yeah.
Yes. Good old Western. But this is what Gina Carano said in response to the SHILL. Do you always call a woman crazy just because she has more firsthand experience than you and says something you don't like or understand? Bit misogynistic, don't you think? It's because, yeah, she actually does have firsthand experience. She was right there working with Lucasfilm on The Mandalorian. She knows Kathleen Kennedy. So I think it's definitely kind of misogynistic that he's actually going after a woman for her opinion. You know, kind of funny how that works, huh? Mm-hmm. But anyway, she goes on, curious if your overlords pay you, or do y'all just go ahead and shove your whole head straight up their ass for free? I'm guessing for free. Might want to come out for some fresh air. For some added context, not just for you, but for people reading one of the things your overlords asked me to do was to unfollow accounts because they said some bad things about Kathleen Kennedy. That was a huge red flag for me. You know who they probably told her to unfollow, right?
Who?
Geeks and Gamers, probably Ryan, probably Drunk 3PO. You know, she's really good friends with Jay, Drunk 3PO.
Yeah, but who asked her to who asked her to cancel the account, certain account?
No, they wanted Kathleen Kennedy, and Lucasfilm wanted her to unfollow certain accounts like on Twitter.
But she was already fired by Lucasfilm.
No, I'm talking about beforehand, before she got fired. Before she got fired, they put in all these demands for, like, meet with all these LGBT activists, unfollow people on Twitter and all this other stuff.
She should be free to follow whoever she wants because it's like a personal life.
Right, exactly. Right? Exactly. But they wanted her to unfollow people. Yeah. And we know that she's been in some of Drunk 3PO's videos and they hang out. And they probably didn't like that.
Well, it seems like that Lucasfilm is treating her like a property instead of telling her what to do in her personal life.
Yeah, they shouldn't be telling her what to do.
No, because like when you know, she posts something on Twitter and like following something's personal, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
Yeah. But anyway, she goes on. If I were the head of one of the most powerful entertainment companies in the world, I would know that haters come with the territory and that maybe the haters are expressing their thoughts because they actually care. And caring is a good thing because as long as they care, well, hey, we still have something to work with. Maybe we can win their hearts back eventually. And maybe they do have some good things to add to the conversation, which they do and did. And at the very least, they are still buying the product. Look at Mando season 1. Boom. The healing had begun. Yeah. Because remember when Mando season 1 came out, the response is positive. Remember, they were coming off The Last Jedi when people were crushing them. Actually, Last Jedi and The Rise of Palpatine. Mm-hmm. Nobody liked those movies. And they were getting crushed. People were waiting for Mandalorian to come out. And we saw the trailer. Looked good. Mandalorian season 1 was very good. And who was the biggest selling point for Disney Star Wars when Mandalorian came out?
Baby Yoda?
Baby Yoda. Yeah. Everybody loved Baby Yoda. Of course, we didn't know he was Grogu.
Yeah.
Then at the time. Baby Yoda.
Yeah, when I first, it was season 1 at the end where they show he find Baby Yoda.
Yeah, the end of I think it's end of the first episode.
Yeah, I was like, oh, so cute.
Nobody had anything bad to say about Baby Yoda at that time. But she goes on. If you are a proper good leader, you learn how to embrace and communicate, not dictate in silence and demand your actors and directors unfollow and shame more than half of your fan base and the people who have stuck with the franchise for decades. Side note, don't say, quote, the force is female and then allow only the men to express their political views online. In fact, just drop the ridiculous phrase completely. She's talking about because Pedro Pascal putting out a bunch of radical left-wing stuff out there on Twitter. They didn't say anything. The guy that actually starred as the Mandalorian. But when she says something, oh, it's a problem then. Yeah.
It shouldn't be a problem. I mean, if they are okay for him to say something, then she should say something, you know.
Yeah, she should be free to say whatever she wants to say.
Yeah. I mean, even though they have like opposite, you know, opinion, but it's good to hear like both sides of the coin, you know.
And she actually likes Pedro Pascal. She hadn't said anything bad about Pedro Pascal. Mm-hmm. She actually liked him. So, but anyway, but she said that, remember when she was talking to Ben Shapiro, she actually said that they realized that their politics didn't align, so they just didn't bring it up anymore. So, but anyway, she goes on. One of the problems your overlords are having now is that they've made a lot of people completely stop caring about one of the most beloved franchises in history, all by bullying, pushing aggressive agendas, and trying to silence the people criticizing them. How are they able to tell stories they don't understand when the ones they identify with are the empire? They are literally trying to squash the little guys, the rebellion. No wonder the storytelling is struggling. They fire and dehumanize people like me, who did absolutely nothing wrong, all to virtue signal to people like you, the yes man. But yes men, unfortunately for you and them, do not drive culture. Maybe they were banking on the kids picking up the slack, but one of the best things about this franchise is passing it from generation to generation to share. The competition is too high to throw out something as valuable as that. Why would one generation pass it on when you've disrespected and thrown them away? Your overlords try to hide behind the two opposing fan bases fighting each other instead of taking responsibility. So they encourage the hate, all while virtue signaling they are standing up for minorities, but instead using them as a shield and a weapon. Exactly. Funny enough, just how your government works. And I believe she's right about that. The virtue signaling, like standing up for minorities. I talked about this. Remember Reva? Mm-hmm. Moses Ingram, who played Reva in the Obi-Wan show, she pulled out like two posts from Instagram talking about, oh, these are racist or whatever. And immediately Lucasfilm had a video already shot for Ewan McGregor, already had the response already made. I believe it was all a setup to virtue signal because people were crushing Reva and then they were calling the fans racist. Yeah.
Yeah.
Look here. He goes on. This is pretty lengthy here. They think people will forget, and yes, maybe they will, but for this moment, they have heard the people's voices and it shook them. They're choosing to stick with their weak leadership who couldn't handle YouTubers saying mean things online. When all it wouldn't take is a true leader to step in, take the reins, take some responsibility, stop discriminating, apologize about the things that have been done wrong, step completely out of politics, be truly inclusive, and they be back in business. Until then, they're stuck with you, the yes men, and their plummeting stock. I'm not saying I'm right on all fronts, but I am open-hearted and refuse to discriminate based off of powerful people telling me how to think and act. And if there was something I needed to apologize for, I would have in a heartbeat, but I didn't say or do anything wrong. People come up to me daily to shake my hand and thank me for taking a stand, even people who think differently. One thing is true, good leadership makes for a better world, leading to a healthier and happier people and better opportunity. Look around. We are watching the devastating effects of what bad leadership can do worldwide. Wow. Thank you, Gina Carano. Man, that was pretty lengthy there, but what do you think of that statement right there? That was powerful right there.
I agree with her where, if you have a poor leadership, you can't let, in a room where all the people have discussion about the, storyline or biology or something like that.
Yeah.
Okay. And if they have discussion about what works and, what don't work, then, you need a solution to come up a solution where how things will work out for the good.
Yeah, but at Lucasfilm, they only want voices that agree. They only want one opinion. Go along with their agenda, or else you're gonna be Gina Carano. It's just that simple.
That's the CCP.
Yeah, pretty much. That's pretty much what it is. I mean, they were telling her to unfollow people, but when Pedro Pascal makes his opinions, they don't say anything. Yeah.
Yeah, and that's poor relationship because everyone individual, they have the right to think, and it's not when people have opinion that is different from others, it doesn't mean they are criticizing, but they are not criticizing negatively. They are using constructive criticism.
Yeah. But overall, though.
Sorry.
No. Go ahead.
I mean, for some, yeah, they have like criticized like negatively,
Yeah.
like, when, let's just say like, okay, like anime and someone haven't watched like anime and doesn't know what is really anime and just say like, oh, anime is evil, and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And when they haven't truly watched what is anime about, then yeah, it's negative,
Yeah. But good conversation there. Good conversation. Gina Carano, we do support Gina Carano here on this channel. Let us know what you guys think it is here in the comments section. Gina Carano, right on the money. But we'll be back tomorrow with another video. Until then, be safe.
Goodbye.